Hello everyone! If any of you follow my hairstylist Guy Tang on Instagram, or if you were in attendance at the YSL and Sephora exclusive launch of the YSL Black Opium fragrance in New York last week, then you have probably seen my new hair color. So this is a redwood brown, and we stepped it up. We made it a lot darker, more intense, more rich and saturated than my bright and vivid fuchsia pink. I love that red tone. It was cooler, it was different, it was definitely brighter than what I've ever done, but because I received so many questions about my hair color, what Guy uses, I decided to answer all your questions today and show you my new everyday hair look. I know that you have seen my hair curled for the last year or so. Ever since I went red, I found that curling my hair made me feel more confident, and I felt like it suited the hair color better. But now that I'm dark again, I am loving wearing straight flat hair, and I really miss this look. I know it's fairly simple, it's just straightening the hair, but I wanted to show you how I did it using a 1.5-inch iron as opposed to the traditional 1-inch iron. So today I used the T3 single pass iron, and this flat iron is amazing. I love how lightweight it is. I love how it makes noises, so you get sound alerts when you turn it on, when you turn it off, when you're changing the heat settings. So this one is really easy to use. But going back to the hair itself, I do find that because my hair has been bleached, aka lightened, which is the new popular term to use nowadays apparently, I find that my hair breaks a lot more easily, so I try not to heat style it too often, and that's why T3 tools make it so much easier for me, because my hair results, my hair styling lasts for days. And I try not to wash my hair too much as well, because it actually takes the color away, since this is a semi-permanent color. This time around, I know Guy did use Schwarzkopf. He's used so many different reds, purples, blues, browns even now, that I really don't know exactly what he's used, and it's just an accumulation of color. So that's why I recommend trusting your stylist, and try to remember that color is a process. It's just like learning how to apply eyeliner or even style different eyebrow shapes. It just takes time, it takes practice, it's a lot of effort, but it'll be worth it in the end. So now without any further ado, let me show you how to get this hair look. So before we begin the tutorial, of course I have to turn the iron on, so I'm going to show you how. You just click the power button once, and as you can see, it makes a noise. Oh, I hope you can hear that on camera. And now the lights are going to light up, and I'm going to click twice, 1 and 2. Makes another noise because we're going to switch the temperatures. So I like to use the second temperature, so we will see 2 bars lit up. The T3 logo at the top of the LED bar area will light up. So now that I know the iron is ready to go, I'm going to show you how I like to flat iron my hair. My hair is really full right now, but it has that kind of really messy, just got out of bed, dried look. So the goal is to give it more of a sleek and polished finish. I like to brush out my hair, and I'm going to begin by splitting the hair into 2 pieces again. I like to use 1.5 to 2-inch sections of hair depending on how much time I have. And now that I know that my iron is ready to go, I'm just going to start from the top. And all it takes is a single pass, just like the iron's name implies. But I curve the wand at the end because it makes the ends look softer as opposed to the truly flat look, which I find emphasizes my split ends. And I'm just going to run it through just a second time to ensure the hair is sit nice and flat. And I'm just going to run the iron through both sections of the hair together, because I find that this creates the most seamless, flat-haired look possible. As you can see now, they're sitting together. Split it into a third part, clipping the bangs away from my face. So here is my straightened side versus my non-straightened side. And because the heat obviously makes such a huge difference in the finished look of my hair, I really do like to heat style it, especially because when you have a color like red, it just makes your entire outfit and your entire persona look more professional and polished. However, I know that not everyone is comfortable with a curling iron or a styling iron, so that's why a hair straightener like this comes in handy, because it's so much easier to use. So So if your hair is really long or if your hair is really hard to manage, it's all about the tools that you use, then you won't dread it quite so much. In fact, I think the same thing applies to makeup. And since my bangs are all over the place these days, I find that the 1.5-inch styling irons make my bangs so much more easy to tame. And again, I just curve the ends just a little bit. Even if you have really, really strong virgin hair or just coarse hair in general, then this iron will still work for you, but I just recommend you try using the 5th power, which will give you a lot more heat and a lot quicker results. I don't really have thick hair, so I use larger sections, but if you have really, really thick hair, I recommend using 1/2-inch sections. I know that sounds like a lot of work, especially because usually those with coarse hair really struggle to even brush it, but it will make a huge difference in the long run, especially if you want your results to be long-lasting. One quick tip given to me by my stylist, Guy Tang, is to actually leave out your ends if you have a problem with splitting. So as you can see, I just go down most of the way and then release before the ends of the hair are touched. Now this won't give you the most sleek look in terms of the finish of your hair, but if your hair is very, very damaged and you don't want to take off any length, that's the best way to go if you must heat style. Now when it comes to my bangs, I like to style them in big chunks. These hairs here, the ones closest to my part, are actually the most delicate. So I try not to style them too much, but they are the most stubborn at that, even though they are the finest. Now because this is second day hair, I'm just going to take a little bit of a dry shampoo. This one is new from Moroccan Oil. I really love it already. It's for dark tones. I'm just going to spritz it about 6 inches away from my hair and rub it in. Not only will this give me volume, it will lessen the look of any oiliness at the roots. Of course, you don't have to use the Moroccan Oil one that I used. I just like this one because it's tinted and it doesn't leave any ashy white residue in my hair, especially because this is such a dark color. I just find that something that's truly translucent is really hard to find. But I also do recommend the Orbe Thick Dry Finishing Spray. I'm actually going to spritz a little bit of this too. This gives me extra volume, so I love that. And you can apply heat to this on top of it as well. Then I'm going to take the single pass iron through my bangs again. And I like to do this so that they all sit together nicely instead of separating and causing trouble throughout the day. And that's a wrap for my everyday hair look. I know it is strange to see me with hair this straight, and I've been wearing my hair curled quite a bit since I've gone red, but I absolutely love this single pass iron. The 1.5-inch is my favorite kind of flat iron, so I'll be relying on this a lot. Plus I think it's super beautiful. I love the sleek white design, and my arm doesn't hurt when I'm straightening my hair because it makes things super fast. So again, if you want pin straight hair, don't use the second heat setting like I did. Try something like 4 or 5 if you want that ultra straight look. But I think that because my hair is so coarse yet easily prone to damage, this straight but still natural look suits my hair for the everyday best. Plus it doesn't flatten my hair out too much. This P3 single pass flat iron, it definitely is one of the most lightweight and most versatile flat irons I've used. So give it a try and let me know what you think. Thanks so much for tuning in as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye!